What's up? How you doing? Here we are, Friday night. The week once again has evaporated into a memory, and I don't know. Time flies by, but that's the way it goes. Have an album here. One of my favorite. I don't know if it's a band, but my favorite groups, duos of all time, the Carpenters. Love the Carpenters. This came out 1971. It was recorded in Hollywood, California, A&M Records. There's, nothing I can say that can express how much I enjoy the Carpenters' music. Just tons of songs on this particular album. Rainy Days and Mondays. Awesome tune, Rainy Days and Mondays. You hear that and you feel like it's like fall time in New England, and you have a breeze flowing through and you're listening to this music. Superstar. Awesome tune. These songs and the way Karen Carpenter's voice sounds on them makes you feel all the lyrics that she's singing. It's that good. It's the music and lyrics, again, the marriage, that makes you feel the emotion. They don't write songs like this anymore, not because they don't want to, but because they can't. There's no one out there that can write like this. There's different styles now, and the music today has its own beauty, but this music here is timeless. It's awesome. It's a great album. Karen Carpenter's voice is amazing. I mean, it's silky smooth. It's like a smooth knife cutting through butter. That's what it feels like when you hear it. So she died in 1983, February. Way too young. She was like 33 years old. She had many years left in her, but anorexia ended her life. And I remember hearing the news back then. I was very sad that had happened, because even in those days I used to listen to them a lot. Rainy Days and Mondays. So another song which is not on this album that I really enjoy from the Carpenters, it's called Yesterday Once More. It's Yesterday Once More. That is a cool tune, and the way she sings it, and once again you feel the emotion. If you hear music and you can't feel the emotion of what the artist is saying, then it's worthless. And I understand that some albums you have to listen to them a few times before your brain zeroes in on what's being said, and the music brings you into the emotion. And then there's other ones that you hear the first time and it grabs you, But this is the classic way that they used to make albums in the old days. So let's check out what's going on inside. This album is from those days. It's not a new album. It's from 1971. So this picture in here. Now, I don't know, they went to the same barbershop. Other than the fact that Richard Carpenter's hair was shorter, but it's basically the same style. And he looks like he belongs out there with Robin Hood. So he looks, what's that guy called? Little John or something? I mean, check out this hairstyle on this guy. And I think he still cuts his hair that way. Same barbershop. But amazing talent. I don't know where they took this picture. It looks like Arboretum. So, yeah, back then they used to give you a lot of layers in the album. You had pictures. This one doesn't have lyrics. But, it has a nice picture here. I don't know where. This looks like it's up in Maine somewhere. And then the back has other artists. Liza Minnelli. Herb Alpert. Big fan of his. So that's that right there. Yeah, not much, information on it. Most of the information on this album is on the back. So put this back together again. Another good song, not on this album, Top of the World. But they had so many. And like I said, the music, she ain't what she used to be. I know every generation says that. People in the 50s that were adults, they would listen to the new stuff coming out in the 50s, Elvis Presley, what's the other guy there, Little Richard, thinking of Jerry Lee Lewis, and of course the father of rock and roll, Chuck Berry. You can't get better than Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry is awesome. But people in the 50s that were grown up in their 40s and 50s, they would look at that music and would say, oh, that's garbage. Listen to Glenn Miller and, that kind of stuff. But they were wrong. And somebody watching this video where I'm saying that the music of today is not as good as the music of the past will say, well, that's a guy that is past his prime, and he's thinking of his youth and taking that music because it's nostalgic and putting it on a higher level. And I get that. That's probably true. But for me, the melodies and the emotion you felt from the old music is way beyond what you feel today. Just don't feel it the same way. And it's probably me. I'm sure a younger person who's like 20 years old today, listening to the stuff they have today, they would disagree. And that's how music is. Music is subjective. It's not, everybody who hears the Carpenters, they may like them, but they're going to say, okay, that's good music, but it's not as good as the stuff coming out today, especially if they're in their 20s. But fantastic album. So, yeah, it's got addresses here. I don't even know if this place still exists. I know what the address is, but I don't know if it's still there. I think it may be. If it's what I'm thinking, it's still there. It would be the same place where they recorded the song We Are the World, USA for Africa, and that place is still there. I drive by there sometimes. I feel like stopping and going inside and checking out the equipment. What else they have here? They have Do You Know the Way to San Jose, which was made popular by Dionne Warwick, which I'm a fan of hers. She has a great voice, smoky voice. Walk On By, cool tune. I'll Never Fall in Love Again, another good tune. So yeah, so the standout hits on this album: Rainy Days and Mondays, For All We Know, Superstar. And Superstar has a couple of people that wrote the words and music, but the one that sticks out, the name that should be known to anybody who knows anything about music, Leon Russell. Leon Russell, amazing musician, died a few years ago, but before he died, he got together with Elton John, and they worked together on an album that is really out of this world. It's an awesome album. They each wrote their own songs. They wrote songs together and recorded them, and when you hear that album, it's a gem. It's a gem. I mean, when I first bought that, bought it in CD, I listened to it like maybe 60 times. It's just beautiful music. Beautiful music. Leon Russell. So, that's it. I highly recommend the Carpenters.